Hey Leo, welcome back guys. Tiff Talks 22. So this is going to be your what's next reading. Um I want to first invite you guys, this is not supposed to be about love specifically. I haven't really clarified anything, so it may or may not. Whatever the spirit wants to address. That said, also understand that not everybody's on the same timeline. Some stuff that's being brought out now may have happened to you long ago. Something may not have happened to you yet. It may be what is coming in the future for you, whatever the case. The point is, take what resonates, leave the rest. Speaking of Patreon, you guys know that I exclusively do the love readings over there. So for $7.77 a month, you have access to 24 signs. 12 signs, of course, but 24 readings a month exclusively on love. And it's really cool right now because we're still kind of a small group. So those readings feel almost personal for those ladies, right? Because the energy just kind of tunes into them. So that's pretty cool. It's perfect time to get in where you fit in. There's that. I think that's all I really want to address. As far as like if there's a true crime reading or you have a missing persons or something that you would like for me to do a public video on, feel free to drop it in the comments, DM me, email me, whatever the case, let me know. Yeah, let's get into it. So when I first saw this, I was like, okay, because I just recorded Cancer's reading before you guys. It's obviously, right? Well, since we going in order. I was like, Leos could be dealing with a Cancer, right? Because both of y'all got this One of Scrolls on track card, right? But this may or may not be a relationship that you are moving on from. This could be like a cycle or period or phase in your life where you guys have faced perhaps some type of challenge or made some type of challenging decision or just experienced some type of life change where it doesn't feel like things crumbled, but it was something major and significant. I feel like you guys are moving out of that space and moving into a space where you have like a new foundation established, right? And you're going to be kind of more focused on your long-term goals, the future. Let's get into it. So, dear Leo, you guys with that One of Scrolls, right? It's so funny because the way that this particular card works, this is a man moving into a train station, right? But to get more clarity about where it is you're moving into the train, he's already in the station. To get more clarity about where you're coming from, you should reference like the previous card, of course, right? Spirit automatically dropped out these two cards. For Cancer's reading, I got this first card and I was like, okay, but what happened before? So I had to get the other one. This one, they just bloop, came out together just like that. So with that, it's just neat. Dang, I'm just saying, it'd be neat. With that first card, that seven of scrolls is where you guys are coming from. So this could be from a project, a relationship, a work situation, whatever it is, you guys have kind of been in like a building or rebuilding phase, right? And so, yeah, it's time for us to elevate. We are elevating. We're moving out of that space where we were kind of preparing for this next step into greatness, magnificence, success. Not that something previously wasn't successful, but there is something here that needed to be kind of restructured is how I want to say it. Okay. So while it may feel like too where you were coming from previously, sees it could have been something that felt like a long time coming, or there was like a tedious build, like as you create this new idea or you take steps towards moving into this next space or next phase or next stage. This is something that felt kind of like tedious. Like geez, I'm having to rebuild this putting this thing together that has torn apart, and it feels like it's taken a long time. I do feel like for many of you, divine timing was at play here. There could be some fears that you guys were grappling with that spirit was trying to help you to overcome. Some of you were learning to get comfortable speaking your truth using your voice. Some of you had to be shown or recognized that something was out of balance, right? Some of you had to be given, baby, that throat is doing something right now. Some of you had to be given time to see something from a different perspective, right? Yeah, and as a result, and like I said, it's been some type of challenge. So as a result of what it is that you've experienced, you may be looking at something more logically, more intuitively, right? Where you've learned to trust your intuition, go with your first mind, make these firm or clear-cut decisions, right? And knowing that it's going to be for your best in the end. That's the kind of energy you guys have acquired as a result of what it is you've gone through. And now with that Knight of Swords, it's go time, baby. It is go time. It's time to take action. You guys are more focused. It's going nuts. You're more focused. You're more determined, and you're more open. Some of you have really learned some lessons, and it's like, okay, I've been learning, I've been studying, I've been researching, I've been getting my ducks in a row, I've been preparing, I've been getting things together, and it's time for me to leave all of that behind, right? So what it looks, and leave it behind, but trust, trust that there's something amazing that I'm being guided toward. Spirit says say it. And yeah, and I feel like that's what you've been doing. Some of you guys have been cultivating that trust in God, source, the universe, over these past however long it's taken you guys. And yeah, so that was part of the reason for things kind of moving slowly, but it's time. You may see, especially with that Knight of Swords coming up, you may see like a rap. My goosebumps going nuts. Where did that come from? Like, I just got so cool, and it's just like my legs. So see, that could indicate moving forward, movement, taking action, stabilizing your legs, growing your legs, right? So that you could run or move faster anyway. So I feel like that's where you guys are right now, Leo. So this Six of Cups here is the current situation, the past, the lessons, the people, some relationships attached to it. Yeah, some of you could have been in denial or just maybe even sabotaging opportunities because of an attachment to the past. Working through some emotions and feelings about that. Definitely doing some processing. Some of you guys have definitely been processing some things that you have not even been speaking about. Some of you guys have been, yeah. And I feel like some of you have been given time and giving yourselves time to work through your feelings, your emotions about whatever it is that kind of crumbled as you move into this new space. And as a result of it, you guys are about to step out shining. I asked Spirit, was this about like stepping into the spotlight? Because that star card energy is most definitely that, partially. But more so, the star card is about healing. So it's like I have this new sense of excitement about what's to come. And I can feel like a shift where things seem to be happening. And that's exciting because I'm moving towards a happier space and a happier place. And it's like just moving with like this sense of optimism where you may have likely not been in that space previously. It's like a more, you don't even have to be confident, but you probably are, more confident about how the future is going to turn out, despite what it feels like went wrong or what's been a long time coming. At least now you guys are in this space of optimism, of hope, and yeah, really hopeful about having this new start or this new beginning that's going to be emotionally fulfilling. For some of you, yeah, that came with making some real changes. It could be some changes in a job situation, a change in a relationship or a connection that you had. But it has been something that was kind of like a complete 180, a complete turnaround. And you guys are definitely following your inspiration and been kind of waiting, like, okay, um, I'm trusting that this is where I'm being guided to go. This is the choice that's going to be best for me. This is the thing that's going to work for my highest good. You guys are in the energy of really embracing that, okay? Scorpio energy with that transformation. Leo, you showing up strong all up in your chart. Aquarius and Capricorn here as well. Cancer energy as well. Well, yeah, Cancer energy. That's very interesting. So yeah. I feel, again, I don't even know how to say this again. I feel like this is where you guys are headed with that Ten of Coins and the Page of Pentacles. This is your new beginning, your new start. It's like, what I mean that. What do I want my legacy to be? Where does my future abundance lie? It's definitely a rebuilding of a foundation. It's a new start, a new beginning towards a different type of stability. Or like your stability just looks drastically different from what it was in the past. That Queen. Yeah, so some of you have kind of been on in that Hangman energy, where it's like things either weren't moving forward, or you felt like there wasn't progress being made, or you weren't able to see something from a different viewpoint or perspective here. But with this wheel and the Hangman and the Page of Swords, it's like, okay, roadblocks cleared, hesitation gone, fears out of the way, stagnancy over. That's very interesting to see that way and so clearly. Some of you guys had some feelings. You had some emotions to work through, right? It's like, it's almost like, for some of you, it's like I had to let this person or this situation go. Because we have a King of Pentacles showing up here. Let this person or the idea of this person or this situation go, right? And realize that, okay, that is either not who I was meant to be with in this next chapter of my journey, or it's not what I was meant to be in this next chapter of my journey. So there was definitely some choices to be made there. And then really having to adjust to like delayed gratification. Knowing that, you know, what it is that you were working towards or working on was going to be better for you in the future. Even though it may have been come with some difficult decisions to make in the present, right? It doesn't necessarily feel like sacrificing, but it most definitely could have been a sense of sacrifice. And you're moving into this new space and phase. And what is going to be the benefit of that? You guys are moving into an energy of, for sure, self-sufficiency, abundance, success, into this next chapter where you'll be able to either open up to new relationships and that could be work or romantic or love or whatever the case. Networking with new partnerships, new people here. Yeah, where the thought of that in the past may have been kind of intimidating. There's like a spark that's been lit where you guys are having the courage now to openly and actively pursue your happiness here. It could be some type of more fulfilling or more rewarding work or it could just be realizing that, hey, new starts aren't so bad. You know, Leos, you guys, I say you guys, of course I'm a Leo too, but we are a fixed sign. One of the major areas that Spirit really had to work with me on, specifically when I started my spiritual awakening, but even still now, but because I'm aware of it, it's easier, right? But I had to go through things in the beginning where it was like, okay, you have to be open to change. You have to adjust to change. Change is the only constant, right? In order for things to improve or to get better or for you to grow, think something's gonna have to go for other things to be able to come in. Something's seeds going nuts. Something has to leave in order for you to be able to progress, right? And so as a Leo, as a fixed sign, that can suck ass. Okay? It's like change sucks ass. But I feel like, man, I say when my awakening first started, I can't lie, I feel like Spirit was really trying to get my attention with change as far back as like 13 years ago. I cannot lie. Yeah. So probably it's been about probably 12 years. So that could most definitely have been a 12-year cycle, like a karmic cycle, where I am just learning to adjust to change, or to not be so afraid of change, to not be so fixed in my energy, to understand that change is a natural part of life's cycle. So when it is time to close out one, be open to embracing that and not being fearful of what you're leaving behind. But yeah, listen, y'all, there is a new space or phase of justice here. It almost sees. And when I say justice, that could just be balance, right? Where things start or seem to work out in your favor and on your behalf here. There could be most definitely where you've been feeling like, dang, like either why am I stuck? Why is nothing moving forward? Why does it feel like taking 2 steps forward and 2 steps back? No. 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. We'll say it that way. Like, you know, like every time I make some progress, it's like skirt, yank back. So I feel like you guys are moving out of that space for sure. And some of you are seeing how to move yourselves forward out of this space, right? Where it feels like you're having to start over or to do over. But I feel like energetically, also with divine timing and what it is that you know and have learned, this is you being able to really embrace your ships coming in, and that's going to lead to like a sense of promotion, a sense of an upgrade, a sense of advancement, a sense of increased abundance or increased opportunities that lead to abundance. Yeah, that's what that's feeling like right there. Some of you guys have felt like, okay, you kind of been isolated from people or other things or situations. It's almost an energy of, ooh, goosies, of having been hidden. So you may be kind of like coming out, so to speak, where you are able to not necessarily reconnect. Some of you may be reconnecting to the past, not necessarily reconnecting, but at least opening yourselves up to connecting to people. Let me give you an example, and it's something that came this is what we've been talking about, something that came as a result of challenge. Let me give you this example. I yesterday reconnected with 2 people. One of them, I was able to go and spend time in my happy place with them. Hadn't seen them in a few years or whatever. And then the other is a friendship where we talk every now and then. It'll be a quick little something. But yesterday, just got to spend 3 hours on the phone with my brother. And that was like, Yeah, like some stuff, I won't say some stuff doesn't change, because we have both changed dramatically, like drastically, but it was just good to feel the connection again. That's what I'll say. That's how I'll say that. Um, it was good to be in a space of familiarity. That one friend kind of tried to convince me that had become an introvert, and I really couldn't argue with him. So this feels like being an introvert for with a purpose, right? But being able to come out of that is kind of like, even though I hadn't talked to these fellas or seen these fellas in a little while, um, and we were able to reconnect and reunite, and that was as a result of, having lost a classmate or a friend or whatever the case, right? So even though it was something tragic that brought us together, through this tragedy this good thing comes. So this, as soon as I saw this and this, that was the first thing. Goosey's going nuts. That was the first thing that I thought of. So yeah, some of you have been like having these types of boundaries set up as you were kind of exploring and learning and growing and allowing life to life. All right. But I feel like you guys are in a space now where you are clearer. You're clearer. Your heart is more open. And you're going to be able to move forward with the things that you've learned, and it's going to provide a new foundation of wisdom, because wisdom comes from experience and lessons that have been learned and now are ready to be applied. It is going to be you moving into a space of self-awareness. You are more connected to what your fears are, and when and where you need to have certain defensive energy. And really, some of you have been in this energy to be defensive and protect your heart. You're moving out of that in a more empowered sense. And there's a reward. It feels like it comes with some type of reward. All right? Yeah. Lots of change and transformation of your mindset. The way that you thought about something, the way that some of you wouldn't speak up for yourselves. And I know I'm like a Leo, right? But yeah, no, we can be like that, for sure. But you're growing more confidence. My goose is going nuts too, where we don't speak up. People be like, Leo's so confident, so boisterous, so loud. That's just me. Oh, whatever. But it's like, yeah, sometimes. But then, I'm also very much somebody who don't want to be seen. Go figure, right? So, yeah, I feel like that is what is happening for you guys, Leo. So congratulations. Stand firm on your decision and choices to move forward here. It's almost like an energy of being closer to your goal than you realize. Where you may have been experiencing this phase of this cycle of feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or burdened. It's time for us to let that energy go. The wait is over, is what I want to say. The wait is over. So now it's just a matter of you getting clear about what it is you want to give your attention to or focus on. I just saw 2, 3, 3, 3 on the clock. So I'm telling you, this is going to be new partnerships with that number 2, new partnerships, new alliances. That 3 has been super significant for me today, just in sitting outside and listening to the birds and watching signs. 3 has been super significant today. And it's a number of manifestation. It's a number of creating and being able to create your own reality, etc. So yeah, I hope this was helpful, guys. Have an amazing day. Bye bye.